What have you got on your tank? I see how what you want to do. Okay. Okay. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Come with me. Yeah, boy. There we go. There we go. And he's missed. What did... I just...
Years later.
Ah, dear me. Enough of that. Hello the people there, this is TheRubyRevolution. Welcome back to my channel. Today in War Thunder we're looking at the French with the B1 Bis. This is a heavy tank with a 2.0 battle rating in War Thunder, and it's a very unique, interesting looking tank, I feel, to be honest. It's very World War I looking, very similar to the British Mark Vs, and so there's a couple of reasons for this, to be honest. Now, after the First World War had ended during the 1920s, the French and the British were looking at new tank designs with how they envisaged the next conflicts to be, and they thought that these conflicts were going to be very trench warfare orientated, and their tank designs was a reflection of this, with the B1 Bis and the Churchill tanks. Now the B1 Bis is an extremely well armoured vehicle. It has a great trench crossing capabilities. It's got a 47mm turret mounted gun, as well as a 75mm howitzer mounted in the hull. It's not the most mobile of vehicles, as you might expect. It's not very good in terms of range either, very fuel guzzling vehicle indeed, but it's designed for the purpose of a trench warfare, and it's very much excels in this role. However, by the time this thing was actually introduced in the 1930s, some would say there's actually already obsolete. A tank doctrine had already moved on to more styles of mobile warfare by then. But the French pressed on with the B1 Bis, producing several hundred of these by the outbreak of the Second World War. The B1 Bis was used in the Battle of France, where it had mostly moderate success, to be honest. It's an extremely well armoured vehicle. The Germans really struggled to take on this tank, really quite feared this tank because of how well it was armoured. Not many of their guns, or even their anti-tank guns, couldn't really very well penetrate the armour on the B1 Bis. However, its limited range and its limited mobility really hampered it, and it wasn't very effective in the Battle of France. After France fell, the Germans used these as mostly training vehicles to convert some of them into mobile self-propelled guns. But by the time the war ended, it was completely obsolete, and wasn't really used much after the Allies invaded in 1944. Anyway, how does this tank perform in War Thunder? As you might expect, this tank is extremely well armoured from the front, 60mm, and is pretty much all 60mm as well. This thing is near enough impenetrable from the front, really well armoured. From the sides as well, it's got 55mm of armour. It's a very big tank as well. Pretty slow, but not the slowest tank out there. In terms of crew size, it's got a crew of 4, which is quite small considering it's got 2 guns in it. And these guns as well are quite interesting indeed. If I get up the, not that one, if I get up the modifications. The 47mm has 69 millimeters of penetration, which is pretty average, not the best, but it's good enough to get the job done. The 75mm has 57mm pen, but it has pretty good exposed mass to this tier, to be honest. I normally fire the high explosive though with the 75mm gun, just because it's got quite a lot of TNT equivalent for this tier. So it's quite an interesting tank indeed. The 75mm is actually hull mounted completely. There's no traverse in this gun at all, which means you have to literally turn the whole tank to be able to fire the gun. The 47mm does get the job done normally, but it's mostly the armour on this thing which makes this tank. If we just have a quick look at the protection analysis, and if I go to say Germany, which is what it mostly faced during the Second World War, and if I go to let's go to the Panzer III F with firing this one 74mm of pen, and you can see here, look, this thing is near enough impenetrable from the front. Even the turret, as you can see, the turret rings are the definite weakness really on this tank. It can definitely be penetrated, and this top bit here can be penetrated as well. It's only really going to take out the one crew member though. From the side, it's really well armoured as well, especially if like it's angled. This is not going to go through either, and it's got a pretty good chance of getting the engine. This part here where this grill is pretty good. Yeah, you can see here these shells from the side. It's going to go through. This is at 0 meters. I've set it through 500, 600. Yeah, it's still going to go through, but it's very rare really that you're going to get someone completely flat. You're going to be shooting at this sort of angles and it's not going to go through at all. So the B1 Bis is extremely well tough armoured nookie to crack indeed. It's really fun to play, to be honest. It's been a while since I played this, so it's going to be really fun taking this out today. Let's get going. Okay, we're on Karelia for this first game. It's a very big game as well versus the Germans and the Italians, and we're pretty much top tier, which is where this thing really does dominate. Now, the B1 Bis mobility is pretty average, to be honest. It's good enough to get around the battlefield, 28 kilometers an hour I think it is at the top speed. Yeah, about 28 kilometers an hour. The turret traverse, as you can see, is absolutely awful. Really not good on this thing at all. You have to normally turn the hull as well, which is no bad thing because it means you can get the 75mm howitzer into play. One other thing actually, which is really good on the B1, is the gun depression. It has a -18 gun depression, which is absolutely amazing. Really similar to the Matilda in terms of the gun. Really, you have to pick the shots, pick apart those enemies. However, the reload on the B1 is quite long with both the guns, which can hinder it somewhat in taking on the enemy tanks. Nice, we've already captured A. There's a guy ahead of me firing off his auto cannon. It's now to my left. There's a lot of them down there. There he is. Oh, hello. That guy stood absolutely no chance against me. Check to the right. And this guy's not paying attention if I can get the turret to turn. There we go. Oh, I didn't hit the engine. Okay, let's push him. Oh, he's got more problems, I think. Is there somebody? Oh, there's somebody to the right, I think, actually. Nope. There we go. Okay, it looks like we've got a lot of enemies down in the valley below, so we're just going to set up... Oh, there's a guy here. Goodbye, Squeezy Boy. Was it Squeezy Boy? Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Italian. Stand corrected. I don't want to put myself in a position where I can be flanked from the left. There's some guy down here. Turn the gun. Oh, somebody else has spotted me now. No, he's moved. I can't. How did that not pen? Not the best shooting. Oh, there's so many enemies down here. I just don't have the reload to take them all on. There's one. Oh God, there's just so many of them. So many of them. Oh, another bounce. Come on. Ooh, actually did some sort of damage there. Oh, there we go. Finally. Oh, this is... Is this working with the tank? Come on. You can see just how well this thing just bounces everything. I've been shot from the side as well. Oh, this is ridiculous. Take some of that. Still 30 seconds on the repair. Let's bring this guy to my left. There we go. Finally down. That took him long enough. Okay, we got a guy pushing into our cap. Look, we're gonna go pay him a visit. I'm not sure what it is yet. Oh, it's a Black Panzer. Okay, he's down. Somebody firing at me for the left, though. Something with a small cannon. Okay, enemy down below. This one over here as well. I cannot get the gun round because of the turret rotation. Okay, there's an enemy here as well. Stop and moving to begin with, I think it's most important. There we go. It's really nice having two guns on this. It does help a lot. Anyone to the left? No, and left is clear. They've recapped A though. That's going to be a problem. There's enemies down there. One gun, turn. Good hit. One pen with that one. A little bit higher. There we go. What's this down here? Something with a auto cannon. We're just gonna have to push to A at this point. There he is, I see him. Might be able to peek over here to get him actually. Yep. There's one. Unfortunately, if I had both guns then. And the gun depression. There's somebody else to my left as well. Yep. And someone behind me. Sam, come on, B1. Where's he gone? Where's he died? I think he's died actually. Can I get the gun down enough to fire at this guy? No, not quite. Come on. Oh my god, B1, please work with me. We're just gonna have to push in, I think. Oh great, there's a guy on the left now. Has he spotted me? Right, we're just gonna have to push. We're gonna get this guy on the left first. Of course he's popping out now, isn't he? Oh, he knows I'm here, that's why. Where's this guy gone that's down here? God damn you. It's a fucking squeezy boy. Have some of that. Saved my ass. Absolutely saved my ass. We need to repair though. 37 seconds. We don't really have that long, but it looks like we're going to be able to push back into A. Nice, nice. We're about to recap the point again. This is a really close game, actually. The B1 Bis is really putting its weight. Yeah, recapping the point. 3 seconds on the repair. We're going to sit here. Get them as they try to push back up again. Is that guy down there trapped? He is, isn't he? Does he need a hand? We got him. International rescue. Saves the day. Oh, yeah. Oh, the B1 Bis is just so good. Now we've got more enemies. I really wish the turret traverse was a bit faster on this thing. There's more enemies coming down here as well. So we're in 250. Looks like he's got lots of problems. There's still loads of enemy players up. Where the hell are they? There's one. Oh, no you don't. Oh, no you don't. We've got a problem here because he's... Gun up, gun up, gun up, gun up. Nice, pull back. Nope, missed the shot. And I can't fire the other gun anymore. Ah, it was going too well. Okay, we're on Abandoned Factory for this game. We are top tier, and it's a mixed battles as well, so this is going to be very interesting indeed. There's another B1 Bis with us in this game, so we're going to stick with him and see how we get on. What's better than one B1 Bis is two of these French buggers. We should be able to take on anything, absolutely no problem with this. Okay, we got some enemies. Oh, that was a good hit. Do we stop him moving? I'm not sure if I can pin him with a machine gun. Okay, we'll get the assist, I guess. Bounce the shot. I can't see through the... We're taking out transmission. There was a L3 to my left, which I'll take on in just. Okay, guess we're playing assist thunder here. Oh, took out the driver, but he can still fire the gun, and another assist. I guess we're just working for the B1 here. B1 Papa, but there's another B1 as well. Oh, this is going to be a slaughter. I'm pretty sure there was another one up to my right. To really pick out the squad of these, this would be so fun to see. This guy's going left. Let's go that way. Maybe around this corner. Oh, there's a guy who's here though. Oh no, he's just died. This guy to my left's just died as well. Okay, enemy down here. He's died as well. Yes, he has. Everything's just dying in this game before I can kill it. What was the enemy down here, though? Okay, go around, go around, go around. Ah, no pen. What's the bet? I'm going to get an assist in a sec. Set a fire. It's behind cover now though. Let's move forward a little bit. One crew member down. And another assist, because of course. I think this is all I'm allowed this game. What's that? Is that a duck? There's only one crew member. There's another one here. Wow, this is interesting now. There's a pizza wagon guy running through as well. Oh god. There we go, one down. Taking shots from everywhere. Oh no, I've lost some crew members. Where am I getting him from? We need to go right now. Oh, there he is. He's. Oh no, he's actually still alive. Oh no. Now he's dead. Oh, okay, aim to left. God damn it. Angle up well? Okay, never mind then. Ruby's just not destined to do well this game, I feel. Never mind. Okay, enemy coming out their spawn. Another assist. What the fuck is going on? Why am I not allowed to get any kills this game, War Thunder? And there's now a guy behind me who's about to die from somebody else, maybe. And that's all she wrote. Anyway, the B1 Bis is an absolutely great low-tier heavy tank, as I showed in those games today. I'm recording this post gameplay. I forgot to do an outro for this video last night because I always forget to do outros, but there we go. The B1 Bis is a really good low tier heavy tank for the French. The tier 1 tanks for the French are truly terrible. They're really awful tanks, but if you can stick with it, grind them out, it's not too bad. The B1 Bis is definitely a great tank to get. It's definitely the best low tier French tank in the game. From there, I think it goes a bit mellow again. It's not until about 4.7, and definitely when you get to about 7.0 do the French really get the identity, I feel, of the sort of style of gameplay with the oscillating turrets. But the B1 Bis is definitely up there as one of the best French tanks in the game. Really fun tank to play. Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment, share, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one sometime soon. Bye!